Welcome to a little corner of consciousness, where we embark on this journey of consciousness expansion together, one coherent step at a time. On a little corner of consciousness, we explore coherence, expansion, and frequency as we move deeper into our wholeness together. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett. Welcome to the show. Hello, lovely listeners. Welcome back to another episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. I'm your host, Stephanie Ablett, and today is a new day. That's our focus this week. Today is a new day. Every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. We can wake up every day and choose to see it as a new day. We can become aware of the way in which we wake up, what we wake up to, how we wake up, and how we think, the first things we do when we wake up. There are ways that we can be so mindful, so intentional of our waking process. And it can have so much power to lead you into a beautiful, intentional day. When you wake up first thing in the morning, what do you do? Do you let your thoughts run you into the same old conditioned thoughts and programs? Do you grab your phone and start scrolling? Do you jump into stressful thoughts of what's going to unfold throughout your day? Or do you wake up in ease? Do you allow yourself to slowly come into the day? Do you ground your feet on the floor? Do you come into a space of stillness within you? Do you open your eyes and remind yourself that today is a new day? Do you take those first few moments in your day and start thinking about all the amazing things that could happen to you? All the things you wish to see unfold in your day? These are the kinds of acts, these are the kinds of intentional steps we can take to really change our lives. These are the steps we can take that create a new day for ourselves every day. We don't have to wake up and run on the hamster wheel again and again. We don't have to get caught up in the same thoughts, the same conditions, the same stimulus every morning and every day. We get to wake up and choose to move forward as if today is a new day. If we're not intentional about the way that we wake up and the way that we welcome the day, we just wake up to yesterday. We wake up to yesterday's energy, yesterday's choices, yesterday's feelings, but we can actually choose. Choice is a frequency. And when we choose the frequency that we want to be in, the field responds to the frequency. Let's stop waking up in yesterday's energy. Let's be here, right now, welcoming this new day. Let's choose to feel different. Let's choose to think differently and start being mindful and conscious of how we enter the day. One of the most powerful practices that I have made a commitment to every single day is waking up and doing an hour of meditation. I wake up, I allow myself to slowly enter the day. I go downstairs, I make a coffee, I come back and I sit in darkness I sit in meditation with a hot coffee in my lap. I slowly sip it, and I allow myself to enter a state of complete and total surrender, peace, and openness. I choose the meditation that is calling me that day, and I blissfully enter into a state of welcoming what wants to arise within me, what God wishes to show me for that day. And every day is different. You can try to repeat something incredible that happened the day before, but it's never the same because you're moving into new energy. You're making new choices. You're opening yourself up to what wants to come instead of forcing what you think you should be practicing. And this is my personal preference, to have an hour of space where I get to expand and open and stabilize and harmonize, choose a frequency, open myself up to new conditioning, new thoughts, new patterns, new visions, whatever will come my way in meditation. It's always wonderful, and it always sets me up for a new day. I know that every day when I do meditation and I enter into the day, it may look exactly like it did yesterday, but it is different. And I get to make the choices. I get to make the choice to choose to see it as a new day. And that allows me to open and expand my energy, to open and expand my mind, to not get caught up in the same thoughts, the same actions, the same responses, the same reactions. It allows me to move openly in my day, every day, and to see how the field responds to me. Every day in meditation, I engage with the field of all that is, the quantum field. Every day I engage with that space, and every day, in every moment, it responds to me. And that creates a new day every day. All of these new choices, all of this openness is expanding me, expanding my capacity, expanding my awareness, expanding my availability for magical and wonderful things to unfold in my life. And it always provides. So if you're feeling like you are stuck in habits, stuck in thoughts, in patterns, in programs that you no longer wish to choose, wake up today, wake up tomorrow, and choose differently. Be intentional about those first few moments when you wake up, when you are still in a deep state, where you are still deep within the subconscious, where you can choose to program and condition yourself in a new way as soon as you wake up. Choose to think about what you wish to see happen in your day instead of the same old things happening over and over again every day that you wake up. Instead of seeing this as just another day, repeating the motions, living it again and again, be intentional about how you wish to see your day unfold. And allow yourself to gently wake up in eagerness, in openness, in excitement, in delight. Let the field show you, respond to you, and condition you to a new state of being. There's something so wonderful and delightful that happens when you can decide to choose differently. When you can see that life isn't unfolding the way that you maybe thought it was, that time is not linear like maybe you thought it was, You know how sometimes you have an amazing day and everything is super aligned. It just unfolds in this perfect way. You have a perfect day and you think, I just want this same thing to happen tomorrow. I just want to be in this space, in this perfect day again and again. I want to go to bed. I want to wake up in the same state. And then you wake up the next day and maybe you're in a low mood and there's difficulty trying to get to that same state you were in yesterday. It's not because something's wrong with you. It's not because it's not available to you. It's that time isn't as linear as we believe it to be. And we are constantly moving through different states of being, different realities, different timelines. We're moving through all kinds of energy, all kinds of states while we sleep. Everything is shifting and changing within us at all times. Now, that doesn't mean that when we wake up, we can't take a moment to honor that and choose with openness to see how it may unfold. It doesn't have to be looked at in such a negative way. It could be that it is unfolding exactly as it needs to in order for you to shift, to open, to see something in a new way. There's always reason for why things are unfolding. If we can choose to be aware and open, conscious, present, to see it as it is, instead of how we may think that it is. There's something really beautiful that happens when we become available for what is unfolding in our lives. To not wake up each day and condition ourselves to think and act and respond to every day in the same way, shutting down the way that the field is responding to us, closing our awareness and not allowing ourselves to see everything that's actually unfolding for us in every moment. There's so much happening around you that you may not be aware of, especially if you are just assuming that things are the same as they were yesterday, that things are unfolding in the same way as you experienced them in the past. It's time to see that today is a new day. It's time to allow yourself to just be open to move through the field and to allow the field to move through you, to respond to you, and to show you what is actually available for you. Openness, presence, availability allows us to live in such a beautiful, magical way, a wondrous way. So, can you allow yourself to wake up today, tomorrow, and see that today is a new day? And what does that look like for you in particular? Can you take extra breaths as you wake up? Can you take a moment to ground yourself by putting your feet on the floor and just taking breaths as you stabilize yourself in the seated position to just rest and give yourself a moment before you rush into the next part of your morning? Can you choose to not be distracted by screens before you move into the work part of your day, whatever that looks like? Can you give yourself space to just observe, be available, be open, and open your awareness enough to really see your surroundings with new eyes? It just takes some conscious effort to look around you and see everything around you with new eyes, to see everything around you in a new way, to really become conscious and aware of everything that's actually around you. You might be wonderfully surprised with what is actually around you. You may find that there is synchronicity everywhere at all times as the field is responding to you in each moment. This is the way that I have chosen to live my life for the last couple of years, and it is wonderful. And though I may not be able to do it in every moment throughout every day, I try to do it as much as I possibly can while walking outside, while moving through the motions in my day, to really be able to see what is unfolding and how the world is responding to my openness, to my presence, to my availability, to what is actually truly here in this moment and in any and every moment. I hope this inspires you to choose differently, to choose openness, to choose presence, to allow yourself to stabilize in that presence and that awareness that will inadvertently move you into a coherent state as you just allow yourself to be in this moment and as the moments unfold in your day. And if you try this, let me know. Leave a comment, send me an email. Let me know how this unfolded for you, where you choose to see that today is a new day. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for giving your time to this message. I hope that it inspires you to let life be the miraculous, incredible experience that it always is. I'm sending you so much love. I'll see you in the next episode. Hello, lovely listeners. Thank you so much for giving your time and energy to this episode of A Little Corner of Consciousness. Now that you have received this transmission, give yourself time to ground it in. Allow it to land in your body and to move through your body. Let the energy move through your centers to your root and down into the earth. Bring it all the way down into the center of the earth and let the transmission become grounded, rooted, and embodied. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share. Please leave a review. Please download, follow the show. Help me to reach more individuals. And if you'd like to learn more about my work, visit stephanieablett.com. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time.